Hello, welcome to Easy and Fun Art. Today we're going to be making a rose. So all you need is your pencil and a piece of paper and an eraser and a sharpener. Okay, let's start. All right, when we start our rose, we start in the center, start at the upper part of your page. Start sort of in the middle of the upper part of your page and just do a swirl. Okay, so far all we're doing is a swirl. Go up and around like that. Okay, from the swirl we're going to go down and then we're going to make a feathery kind of rippled petal look here. And then go on this side, see how it kind of wraps around? And make another rippled look. When you make your petals, you just kind of go in and out on the edges. See, kind of in and out. They could be like any kind of pattern. It doesn't have to be neat because it's a rose and roses are not perfect. They just kind of have a natural pattern. All right, take your pencil, have that go to the back there. This line here, if there's a space you can connect it, and then we're going to go right in the center where we started and go straight down and then go to this line here of the swirl and curve in a little, and this line here, this one, curve in. See how now it looks like the part of the flower that rolls in. Okay, so the next step is we're going to do 4. You could do this lightly. Do 4 kind of really light roundish shapes here. Actually, we're going to make them a little bit smaller. Actually, we'll make them quite a bit smaller. Okay. All right, so you take you made like very light roundish shapes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to just go over it dark now and make kind of like the rippled edges. See how I'm doing that? Just rippled edges, and then it could kind of go in over here. Maybe not so round. Rippled edges. This one was a little too rippled. I'm going to fix mine. And here. All right, now you have 1, 2, 3, 4 done. Now you're going to go over here wherever there's a space, and you're going to go behind these petals, and you're going to do it again. Make rippled looking petals with the pretty rippled edges. Okay, and you can add a few more if you want underneath here. Maybe a little bit here. Now these are going to be smaller. See how they're smaller? There's no wrong way to really do this. Just if you feel it needs to be fuller, that's fine. You could do that. And now at the bottom, we're just going to show maybe like a little bit of the bottom of the rose. And then we're going to make our stem. The stem is a little thinner here. And then you can make where it's cut. See, kind of roundish here. All right. Now you can add some of those kind of leaves that go around the bottom. And put a leaf here. The leaves are sort of, they're kind of leaf shaped. You don't have to go crazy with that, but it's thinner here, and then it goes out, points here, and comes back in. So thinner, comes out, points here, comes back in. All right, now we could shade our rose. Now we're going to shade our rose and also add some details to the leaves. All you have to do for the leaves is make a line. Don't make your line straight. Make it curve a little bit with the leaf. and add some veining. See the veining, just lines. Okay. Now, for the shadowing, the shading, I'm going to shade in just this part. I'm going to shade in over here a little bit. Now, the next step is after each petal, see these petals? We're going to shade underneath it a little bit. Just a little bit. And over here. Shade it. And here. Notice I'm not shading the whole leaf, the whole petal. I'm just shading where it meets this one here. Just the very bottom of it, where it meets the other petal. I'm shading on here, here, and so on. These little ones that you added on the ends, you just have to shade a little bit close to where they meet this. Because you're shading it because the top petal is casting a shadow on the bottom petal. Okay. Here you can have a little bit of a shadow. All right, now we're going to just go back and we're going to press a little bit harder on our pencil and get a little bit more definition to our rose. Just in a few spots. You see how I'm doing that? Just bringing out some of the darker shadows. Just pressing harder on my pencil and adding some darker shadows. And then once you're done with that, what you could do is wherever you have a ripple, don't do every ripple, but some of them you might want to make a little bit of a shadow, and it looks like the actual petal is kind of, you know, curling up or a little, you know, fluffy or feathery looking. Do you see how I do that? Like up here. You only have to do a little bit and not every ripple, just one here or there. It adds like a nice realistic look to your flower, to your rose. And I'm just going to finish mine up. If I think I have to make something a little darker or add a little extra shadow, now's the time to do that. You kind of just stand back and look at your rose, figure out what you want to do. You can kind of smudge it a little bit too. Okay, I'm going to continue working on mine, a little bit more shadowing, and you could continue working on yours. And if you enjoyed this video and if it helped you make a rose, please like and subscribe. Have a great day. Thank you.